Good morning everyone. This is teacher Sidra from the Wave Private School. This is the part 2 of video 6. In part 1 we have discussed about the speed of sound and the measurement of sound. The remaining objectives we will discuss here one by one. So let's start our topic, that are factors. Temperature and materials are different factors that affect on the speed of sound. Temperature is a condition that affects the speed of sound. In terms of temperature, sound waves move faster in warm air and slower in cold air. This means the sound would be louder during the day and you could hear the traffic noise from further away. As you can see here, if there is a sunny day and a person is speaking loudly, or we can say that there is a noise of traffic, then sound travel faster because air is warmer. On the other hand, if there is cloudy day or clouds in the sky, then it means temperature is lower, air is cooler. So we can say that sound travels slower in the cold air. The other thing is that material. Different materials have different sound effect. Sound travels faster through solids than through gases. Its speed in a liquid is in between its speed in solids and gases. As you can see here, this is the structure of solid. In solid, sound travel fastest because there are more molecules. So when someone speaks, more molecules will vibrate more. So they will transfer the speed in a fastest way. But on the other hand, in liquid, there are molecules less further apart. So when someone is speaking, then they are vibrating but at a lesser time as compared to solids. So we can say that in liquid its speed is faster but slower than solids, and in gases its speed is slower than liquid and solids. For example, if we are saying that in glass, then what is the speed of sound? In glass, its speed is 5000. But if we are saying in liquid or water, if is a liquid, then its speed is 1500. That is 10 times slower than the solids. And in gases, if we are talking about, for example, air, then its speed will be 330 meter per second. So it is much more slower than solids and liquids. Is it clear now that different materials have different speeds? Now let's move. As you can see here, this is a fluist. Flautist plays her flute, and when he speaks, an air is drawn inside this column. So we can say that flute and trumpet each contain an air column. This is, as you know that this is the flute, and who plays it is called a flautist. And this is the trumpet, and who plays this is a trumpeter. So trumpeter and flautist plays her flute and trumpet and produce different notes. Flute and trumpet each contain an air column. As you can see, each instrument have an air column which vibrates to produce a musical note. When he plays, then air is produced inside the column and air vibrates to produce a musical note. Because instruments are shaped differently, so notes produce sound different to our ears. As This flute have different sound and trumpet have different sound. So different notes are produced for our ears. Now let's move and see that how these notes are displayed on the screen. An image of notes can be produced by playing the instrument next to microphone connected to an oscilloscope. As you can see here, a student is there who plays a note and in front of this microphone, and this microphone is connected with the oscilloscope screen. What happens when he plays a note? Microphone receives the vibration from the instrument and then converts them into an electrical signal. This signal is then displayed on the oscilloscope screen. As you can see here, this is the signal of this note. The trace on the screen shows the regular up and down pattern. It means that this up and down pattern make the sound that we can hear. So in this way we can see the traces or notes of different sounds on the oscilloscope screen. So we can say that we can up till now we have discussed about the sounds produced different notes. So what type of notes and what is the time period and amplitude we will see here. A signal generator can produce pure notes that have simple shape when displayed on the oscilloscope screen. As shown in the figure, this is the time for one complete vibration known as period T of vibration, which is related to the frequency f of sound is given. Period T is equal to number of seconds for one vibration and frequency f is equal to number of vibrations per second. So we can write the equation is equal to f is equal to 1 over T. And we know this thing that frequency is always measured in hertz and frequency of 1 hertz is 1 vibration per second. As you can see here, this is a note which is called pure note. As we can see this note on the oscilloscope screen in the last slide. So we can say that time period is number of seconds for one vibration. From the starting point to the end point, this time period is for one wave. And frequency is number of vibrations, that in which time how many waves are passing per second. And amplitude is the maximum distance from the central line. We cannot say that from the trough to the crest. From the central line to the maximum point of the wave is called amplitude. So frequency, time period and amplitudes are different notes that a wave produced. Now we will see that different sounds are produced. High and low, loud and soft. How they can be produced. Loud sound has a high volume while soft sound has a low volume. For example, banging of a hammer and car's horn are examples of loud sounds. When you are hammer on something and car's horn car's horn are examples of loud sounds. While playing of piano and sound of clock are examples of soft sounds. And what is the pitch of sound? The pitch of sound is a description of the frequency of sound. Different pitches correspond to different frequencies. High pitch means high frequency and low pitch means low frequency. A loudspeaker will let you hear them as shown in the figure. These are the notes we can hear from the loudspeaker. So what happened? As shown in the figure, increasing the frequency of notes squishes the vibrations together on the screen. The note you hear has higher pitch. Increasing loudness produces traces that have their amplitude increases. So just see these two parts. This is the part A where two notes are given, and this is the part B where two notes are given. Here you can see that two notes, this is one note and this is second note. So two notes have same amplitude. It means that they are on the same height. And hence we can say that they have same loudness. High amplitude means high volume means loudness. So they have same amplitude and same loudness. But this second note has more waves. It means its frequency is higher. Number of waves are more. So we can say that its frequency is higher because more waves squashed into the same piece as compared to this note where number of waves are less. So we can say that its frequency is higher and its pitch is higher, and we can listen the hair higher. Now come to this point. Here two different notes are present and two notes with the same frequency. Two notes have same frequency, but the second has greater amplitude. As you can see here, it has greater amplitude and its amplitude is lower. The second has greater amplitude, so we can say that it sounds louder. So we can summarize this into 2 points, that higher the pitch means higher frequency, as here high frequency means high pitch and high sound, and here loudness means greater amplitude. Louder note means greater amplitude. So high and loud, low and loud and soft, volume and waves. Up till now it is clear. Now come to the range of hearing. Range of human hearing is 20 Hz up to about 20,000 Hz or 20 kHz. However, older people gradually lose the ability to hear high-pitched sounds. Their upper limit of hearing decreases by about 2 kHz every decade of their age. And we know this thing, that when people will become old, then they listen, then their hearing will decrease because they lost their ability of hearing and on every passing decade of their age. Sounds that are more high-pitched than the upper limit of hearing above 20 kHz are too high to hear are known as ultrasounds. Sounds above 20 kHz are known as ultrasounds. Ultra means beyond 20 kHz. And the sounds below 20 Hz are too low to hear and are known as infrasounds. So below 20 are called infrasounds and above 20 are called ultrasounds, and between from 20 to 20,000 or 20 to 20 kHz is the range for normal hearing for humans. So these are the different ranges for humans. So this is the end of our lecture.